All right. Shalagia. We had some technical difficulties, aka. But guess what? The man of sin has truly been revealed. You understand me? You understand? Harlem, New York. You understand? We under the leadership of Commander Nihana. When we teach so-called Black Latinos and Native Indians are true biblical Jews according to the Bible, according to archaeology. Once again, I'm a priest and officer Maradaki holding down the scripture breakdown class. You understand me? We got about 30 more minutes, and then we're gonna get ready to close this thing out. You understand? Of course, if you was tuning in to the first part of the class, come on back in. You understand? So we can keep this thing rolling. It is a lot of rain down here in South Carolina, so y'all bear with us if the power does go out again. You understand? I should be able to stream from my phone. Like I said, we only got about 30 more minutes. The rain is very, very heavy right now. Well, it's only went down a little bit now, y'all. What you think? It did okay, it did go down at Most High in Christ. Let's go ahead and get back into it, man. Where you had left off on verse 3, right? All right. Let's get right back into it. You understand? We're not gonna be too much longer. Bear with us, stay with us. Like I said, if you got any more questions, concerns, comments, type of man, we'll be able to get to those accordingly. This is ISUPK. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group, man. Let's get it. You might as well go ahead and read verse 3 again, Shalak, and then go down to verse 4.
Second Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of prediction. Verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he has God sitteth in the temple of God.
Now that's verse 4.
Come.
You understand? Verse 4, man. Listen, man. You know, we talked about the Pope in the other class. Before we had went down. You know how he tells you to kiss your ring. You know they have what's that in the Roman Catholic Church? What they do? They have this. What is it? The confession booth. You understand? Where you go in the booth and you talk to an invisible man, apparently. You understand? Or quote unquote a voice of God. You understand? Or your counselor or your comforter, whatever they call it, man. It's a piece of garbage, man. All right. Listen, man. The Roman Catholic Church. There's a movie exposing and I believe it got taken down by now, but there was a movie there that was exposing all of the popes and how they were sleeping with little boys. It was a basketball coach at Penn State. He was a part of the I'm not certain he was a part of the Roman Catholic Church or whatnot, but he's in jail right now for molesting boys during basketball camps. Yeah, Khan. Yeah, so I'll have to look up his name. You understand? But these are the people that, of course, we look up to as as quote unquote Black Americans, as Hispanic Americans, and as Native Indian Americans. You understand? These are the people that that we look up to. These are the people that we're supposed to be mirroring, meaning one to be like, one to envy. You understand? But of course, here in the ISUPK, man, we're warning you to stay away from those people, man. You understand? We're warning you to keep your kids away from them. You understand? We're warning you to of course to realize that the man of sin has been revealed. You understand? Has been. This is nothing new. You understand? The man of sin has been revealed since the biblical days. You understand? And now we are truly seeing his work. You understand? We're truly seeing what he's capable of doing. You understand me? And we got to realize, man, that of course we as a nation, we have to, like the scripture says, gather together, yea, gather together, gather yea together. Because we are that nation that is truly not desired, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The desire for Black Latinos and Native Indians and white society eyes is just like that devil Timothy Havlet Jr. says. You understand? He wants us to be quote unquote equal to them. Then he will look at us as a human. You understand? And they want race wars. You understand? They want these things to happen to us, man. They want us to die like like the devil said, Breonna Taylor deserved to die. Come on now. Now, how can we find ourselves equal to them? You understand? How can we say that, oh man, all white people aren't bad? You understand? Or, good night. Man, come on now. And then, of course, when you think about the Ronald Reagan era, they brought drugs over here to us. You understand? They brought drugs over here to us. And man, and now, what was it? Was that in the 80s? You understand how they wanted to, how him and his wife, they wanted to have a war on drugs. And they was the one that brought it over here to us. And now look at us, man. Black Latinos and Native Indians are strung out on drugs, man. Mainly that marijuana. You gotta stop smoking that marijuana. You gotta stop smoking that marijuana. That marijuana is not doing anything for you, but literally frying your brain, frying your brain cells. You was about to say something now, y'all?
Yeah. I was about to say, now this strand that they got, because they keep making it stronger and stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Like them, whatever they putting in it, people starting to die. It ain't even fentanyl.
Right,
it's just how strong the weed is. It's killing people now.
It's crazy, man.
I think over the years, people gonna start getting memory loss and shit like that.
As you know, I agree with you 100%, man, because and I did a class on marijuana, man. I'm not sure how long ago it was, man. I may need to revisit that thing, man, because in the Black community, we look at that as a gateway drug, not necessarily a gateway drug to something else, but a gateway drug to get away from things. You understand? To have our mind, settled and away from everything that's on the outside world. You know what I'm saying? Like they had a saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm not concerned if they say it now, where when you smoke the marijuana, you just be stuck. You know what I'm saying? Like they, oh yeah, man, I'm smoking it, and I just got stuck. I was just, like in that same space. You understand? And we need to realize, man, that mainly that marijuana and these pills are killing us, man. Are killing us. But once again, y'all look at the origin of where it all come from, man. Go ahead,
I answer like that, but and people think when their eyes are red, they don't understand that their brain losing oxygen.
And that's another thing as well too, man. It's another thing as well too, man. You understand? We gotta realize, man, that of course, when it comes to this marijuana, and of course, man, like it's getting to the point where they are legalizing marijuana in all these different type of states. And now that's going to give what Black Latinos and Native Indians a reason to want to smoke it more, or a reason to want to relocate and move to a specific location or a specific zone. Shoot, man, yeah, man, shoot, they legalize weed over there in the West Coast. I don't know that y'all. I may have to go over there, man. I may have to slide over there so I can just smoke weed freely. You can go into actual shops and just grab whatever type of cannabis you want. Any kind of cannabis you want, you can just go ahead and grab it, and guess what, man? And just smoke it freely, like it's nothing, man. Good night, man. Let's go ahead and keep on reading, though. So like, verse 5, I believe.
Verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. Verse 6. And now
we gotta think about, you know what I'm saying, when it talks about verse 5, what is Paul telling the people of Thessalonian? which is now is don't get me wrong, northern Greece. You know what I'm saying? Back when like back here in Thessalonian, when Paul was speaking to the Thessalonians, right now here, this would be northern Greece. You know what I'm saying? We are teaching and fighting to tell Black, Latinos, and Native Indians that what, man? That they are true Israelites, man. And this was, of course, within the Greek. You understand? This is what Paul was telling them, man. You understand? I mean, and think about it, man. Think about, back in slavery. You understand? Think about back in slavery. You know how cows get branded to like to know which owner they were. It's the same thing happened back in slavery. You understand? A slave, they would get purchased, of course, and then the slave owner would pay the taxes on them, and then guess what? They're gonna get branded, whether it's on their arm, whether it's on their foot, whether it's on their back, whatever the case may be. They would get branded because you know why? That was ownership. You understand? Well, good night, man. It's time to bring back our ownership for Black and Latinos and Native Indians to realize that they are true Hebrew Israelites, man. It's time for us to bring back our culture and what we're used to doing. You understand? It's time to get back to our heritage and following the law, statutes, and commandments, man. You understand? It's time for us to stop eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. It's time for us to follow the high holy days versus the man-made holidays, man. Good night, man. They got a day for everything now, y'all. Good night. It's like it's a specific day. Something is going on nationally. You understand? Of course, this was this June was supposed to be Pride Month, but now also it's supposed to be Mental Awareness Month. It's supposed to, of course, today's Juneteenth. You understand? We had it was supposed to be Caribbean Heritage Month. You understand? So it's just so many days, so many things is going on, man. And now it's getting to the point, man, where Juneteenth, good night, Juneteenth, right here in Greenville, South Carolina, they had a banner that went viral of a white couple on Juneteenth on a banner. Oh, yeah, right. And it's supposed to be about all Black people. It's supposed to be for all Black people. But no, guess what? They got to sneak their way in it somehow. They had already snuck the Africans in it. We seen that last year. Right. Now what? They're going to bring white society in it. Guess what's going to happen next? They're going to bring the LGBTQ plus community in it, man. Everybody a part of Juneteenth, man. We can't have anything. Can't have nothing. Forget about it. Can't have nothing at all. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, and they posted another one on Facebook, and it was one Black man. It looked like it was one black man, and they made all the white people with black dark skin.
Good night. Tell me this is not hell, man. Tell me that white society is not the man of sin revealed, man. Come on now. Yeah, man. See if you can find that, man. Post that right in the doggone camera right there, man. Tell me that I'm lying, man. Tell me. You understand? The Bible says, study and show thyself approved, man. And we do that here in the ISUPK on the Command of Jenny Hanna, man. The only people authorized to teach this Bible, man. Right. The only people, man. You understand me? You understand? Let's see what we gonna do here. Did you find that picture or slide? No, all right. And so let's drop down to verse 8 and 9, and then we're gonna go to that last article. Okay, then we'll close out.
Verse 8, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume.
Listen, man. Then the wicked shall be what?
And the wicked shall be consumed.
Be consumed, man. Meaning what, man? You can think you can go to that metaverse. You understand? Guess what, man? You're still going to be consumed. You understand? You see all throughout, YouTube and Facebook and all these different type of social media platforms of white supremacists and white society building what? These bunkers. You understand? They have these bunkers that's underground, and that's like has so much tin and steel that no one can get through. But guess what, man? The Lord is gonna get through those bunkers, man. Whether you love it or not. You understand? Whether you love it or not, the Lord is gonna be able to get through those bunkers, man. Let's keep reading, brother.
So and then shall the wicked be revealed,
Uh-huh.
whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth,
Uh-huh.
and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Good night.
Verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan,
Uh-huh.
with the power and the signs and lying wonders.
Good night. The what? The lying wonders. Lying wonders. Meaning what, man? Why society lie all the time, man? You understand? Why society lie to Black, Latinos, and Native all the time? Guess what? Hell, they even lie to their own people now.
Right.
You understand? They lie to their own people to do what? To get to Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, man. They lie to their own people so they can do what, man? So they can continue to have some type of rulership, man. You know what I'm saying? So they can continue to do these wicked, defiled things, man. And best believe, man, guess what, man? Everybody think that, COVID-19 was, ramping up and went down and disappeared. But we about to read, but we gonna go into that last article that I sent you, Nayar. And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into that, man. Because just because they say COVID-19 is quote unquote done away with, best believe, man, they're gonna be different type of variants, man, that are gonna be far, far more deadlier than COVID-19, man.
All right, this is CBS News news article, and it states, "Prepared for the next pandemic, future future pathogens with even deadlier potential than COVID. Who chief warned?"
Good night. Look at that. Look at that title right there, man. It says, "Prepare for next pandemic, future pathogens, which with even deadlier potential than COVID. Who chief warns?" Man, listen, man, we gotta realize, man, that we are truly in the midst of World War III, and with all the distractions and stumbling blocks, and the different type of worlds that we're trying to be a part of, that the Lord is warning you. You understand? The Lord is trying to click that, click that light on. You know what I'm saying? You know how a light go on and off? He's trying to click that light on. And when you try to click it off, it just stays on. That's how the Lord is trying to warn you, man. He want that light to stay on. Like, this light gonna stay on. You know what I'm saying? This light gonna stay on because I'm in the understanding of we are truly in the last days, man. You understand? And that of course that the man of sin has already been revealed, and the man of sin is going to continue to be revealed, man. You understand? And now we're reading an article that states once again, this is from the CBS News. Everybody watch CBS, whether it's for sports, news, whatever the case may be. It says, "Prepare for the next pandemic, future pathogens with even deadlier potential than COVID." Let's get into this, Nayar, if you don't mind, brother.
The head of the World Health Organization urged countries across the globe to prepare for the next pandemic, warning that future health emergencies could be worse than COVID-19 pandemic.
Listen, this is the head of the World Health Organization, man. This is not just, like somebody from the block or, some news reporter. This is somebody that's over the World Health Organization, man. You understand? Over the world. Oh man, come in. Let's just keep on reading, man, because you know what? Because I can talk about it, but let's just read it. Shalaya.
Who director General Dr. Tedros Adhanom. What did I say?
Yeah, just go ahead and skip it.
Warning comes weeks after the group officially ended the COVID global health emergency.
Now this is so, and I don't mean to laugh, you understand, because of course they say that COVID-19 is going away, but he just read that this warning comes weeks after the COVID-19 is supposed to be gone. Come on now, like, are we lying about this? In this article, if I'm not mistaken, this article came out today, did it not, Nayar? Come on now. This is not something that that we're trying to make up, or like we just we're just reading it, and I wrote something down. I told Officer Nayar to read. No, this is coming from a valid news article company, CBS News. Let's keep reading, brother.
During a meeting of the World Health Assembly in Geneva, Switzerland, Tedros said COVID is still a threat, but not only one but not the only one we may have to confront. The threat of another variant emerging, it's like a variant emerging that causes the new surges of disease and death remains, and the threat of another pathogen emerging with even deadlier potential remains. He said,
"Listen, man, this is true heavy metal, man. You understand? And if you're not being in tune with what's going on around you while we're in the midst of World War III, good night, man. If you choose to, continue to, smoke marijuana, smoke whatever you want to smoke, cocaine, cigarettes, those Black and Milds, those cigars, even if you want to be around it, you understand? You got to realize, man, that the Lord is stirring up that pot, man. You understand? The Lord is allowing all of this to happen because guess what? It's biblical prophecy. You understand? Now, of course, here in the ISUPK, we understand it. And guess what we should be doing, man? We should be doing everything that's righteous, man. Everything that's possible righteous in the sight of the Most High, man. Because guess what, man? The Lord can come at any given day now, man. We're in the midst of World War III, and people still talking about, oh, man, it's about to be a hot girl summer. You understand? It's about to be an all boys trip. We're about to go over to the DR. Am I lying, DR? Come on now. Good night, man. We need to realize, man, that these is truly the last days, and that Israel truly need to awake out of that deep sleep, man, like the scripture says, man. Not not sleep in a natural form of sleeping, but in that spiritual, man. You understand? We gotta wake up out that sleep, man. Let's keep on reading, then we're gonna close out.
More than 6.9 million people globally have died of COVID, according to the WHO. Tedros noted that the COVID pandemic showed basically everyone the planet needs to be better protected.
Good.
We cannot kick this can down the road. He said, if we do not make the change that must be made, then who will? And if we do not make them now, then when? When the next pandemic comes knocking, and it will, we must be ready to answer decisively, collectively, and
equitably.
Right.
You understand? We need to realize, man, that of course COVID-19 is quote unquote away, but they saying that this next variant, you understand, this next pathogen is gonna be more deadlier than COVID-19. And what it say, 6.9 million people died globally. Now, of course, they may, that may not seem a lot because it's a lot of people in the world, but imagine if that tripled. You understand? Imagine if that quadrupled. You understand? Because that's what it's saying. It's saying it's going to be more deadly than the COVID-19. Now, by numbers, not a lot of people died from COVID-19 globally. But now they're saying something that's coming that is even more stronger. You understand? And what we're going to read is, in that Zion, we're going to hold that right there. I made a mark for pestilence. Should be a mark in that Zion event for pestilence. And then we're gonna get back to this, and then we're gonna close it out. It should be like a little marker by those P's, man. Once again, make sure you pay your tithes, man. 10% of any increase you give, man. Make sure you get to the Treasury Department. I should have left a marker right by those P's. Yep.
Pestilence in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, a word frequently found in the OT to refer to any fatal epidemic, often coming as the result of divine judgment.
Good night. It says an epidemic, man. COVID-19 was a worldly and global epidemic. And now they're saying right now that COVID-19, good night, forget about it. There's something more deadlier than COVID-19. And guess what they're going to call that? A global epidemic.
Right.
You understand? These are the same thing that the generals and the captains been saying way before I even came into the truth.
Right.
You understand? And now I'm actually living it, man. Now I'm actually living through all of this, man. And this is a global epidemic that's going to take America by storm. It's going to take the world by storm. And guess what? You heard it here first, because guess what? We're reading it where at? In the Bible. We're reading it in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. And guess what? We're reading it in the news articles. Are we not, Nayar?
Right.
Come on now. So don't be surprised when, like this next epidemic, this global epidemic, catches you by storm, and you found somewhere smoking weed and you just drop dead. Shalagi. Or you pop an ecstasy and you just drop dead. Come on now. Let's go get back to the article. Now, y'all, we're going to finish up the article and we're going to get ready to close out, brother.
Okay. The 194 WHO member states are working on a global pandemic accord with negotiations set to continue over the next year. Tedros said it's an important
initiative
to keep the world safer and the enhanced international cooperation. The pandemic accord, a generational commitment that we will not go back to the old circle of pandemic and neglect that left us our world vulnerable. But move forward with a shared commitment to meet shared threats with a shared response. He said, since 2009, American scientists have discovered more than 900 new viruses.
Good night, hold up, Shalaki. Good night, man. That may seem not like a lot. That's a whole lot, man. You understand? Since 2009, American scientists have discovered more than 900 new viruses. 900. You understand? And these are not, STDs or anything like that. These are viruses. Once again, we read it in the Zondervan, Compact Bible Dictionary. We see it in the Bible. What's that? Matthew, what is it? Matthew 24, I believe. 24 and 15, if I'm not mistaken. You understand? Everything is lining up. Everything that the general's been saying, everything that the captain's been saying, all the officers been saying. Shoot, and this has been way before me. Come on now, it's time for Black, Latinos, and Native Indians to understand this. Let's for time's sake, let's drop down to where it says scientists fear.
All right, I got it. Scientists fear about the region what we don't know, that the next pandemic could emerge there. He said the WHO or the WHO has urged a focus on researching a handful of specific infectious diseases. The organization notes that these pathogens, including Ebola, Marburg, Lassa fever, Nipah, and Zika virus, pose the greatest public health because of their epidemic potential.
Listen, man, everybody remember these viruses.
Yeah,
You understand? Them viruses were just going rampant. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine, man, listen, imagine once again those viruses times 10, times 50. You know what I'm saying? We in a time, man, where we gonna see a lot of our so-called loved ones, man, perish because of this, man. You understand? But of course, here in the ISUPK, we are to remain strong and strong in this truth, man. Stronger and stronger and stronger in this truth, man, because we got to realize that, of course, for one, the man of sin have truly been revealed, and that we are in the midst of World War III, man. That I'm past class over priest officer Nayar.
Get that preaching officer hand. Want me to ISUPK security announcements? Bear with me. This is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK. Start out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. We find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi 3, 18 through 10. It means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation. There'll be the memorial blowing of the trumpets. This is on the first day of the 7th month, Friday the 15th September of this year. We find this in Leviticus chapter 23, verse 24 and 25. Haman Akim and Akwath to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing oblate boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, shalom.